This is Divine Flame Oracle. My name is Susan. And I've been away and I've just been moving to a new apartment, so house roommate. And missing in action from doing tarot, which I've really missed. So let's see what comes up today. First, let's call in the blessings of our teachers, our guides, our ancestors, and our ascended masters, guardian angels, and all of the twins. Thank you so much for being here. I really appreciate your time. I got one that already popped, so I'm going to place this down that popped in the shuffle. Merry Christmas, too. How was your holiday? Hey, do you celebrate? Hope it was good for you. I had a good day. I went to Mount Ashland and I did some snowboarding today with one of my friends. And I did my yoga, my Ashtanga yoga sequence today, and I had some good food. I had stuffing and mashed potatoes, cranberry gravy, and cheesecake. I've been vegetarian for a month now. I've been a vegetarian. I hope you're having a wonderful holiday, though. On and off, I've been a vegetarian. And anyway, blessings be with you. I'm really enjoying not killing animals this season. I love animals. You'll see that in my readings. So let's get started. I'm going to read what the Divine Feminine currently has in her current situation. Okay? I'm going to read them if they come up today in verse. I'm going to read those, okay? So we're going to send some energy for the feminine to help us know her path, where she's been, what she's been going through, so we can help her and give her some answers and some clarity on her direction and feelings and progress here with this relationship or spiritual energy, friendship, whatever's working for her in her heart. Just curious how that's going for her now. Currently, her experience of herself. Thanks. Okay. So, all right. Thanks for being here. Appreciate that. If you like these messages and they resonate, then feel free to give me a thumbs up, a like, and if they don't, then that's okay too. Feel free to subscribe. Let's clear the air, clear the energy. May these cards be beneficial and create the blessings and the greatest benefit for all involved. So during the shuffle, the first card that jumped was the High Priest, so the marriage card. The High Priest, or the Hierophant. In this deck, it's golden energy. So the Hierophant can represent systems, religion, marriage, or finding a mentor or someone to help guide you in relationships for love, for loving energy. And this position comes up in the present. What the Divine Feminine is currently experiencing right now is feelings of love or union or being married, united to her spirit and united also to the Divine Masculine. Her connection is feeling very strong for him right now. So she is in a divine union with her guides, her mentor, her strength in her heart, and also for her masculine right now. So her desire, what she was wanting, it doesn't seem like that's been attainable lately. So her desire is to create and manifest this relationship. It feels like she's having a lot of doubt about her ability to create and master this. Magician card is upside down. Being able to master what she's really looking for right now doesn't feel very, it's just not as strong when it's in the negatory. It's when it's in the reverse, what's in upside down. So I feel like she's just not having an easy time right now, feeling like she can create the relationship that she wants with this energy of the Magician and the marriage card. Feeling like she's not having the easiest time, even though she wants to manifest it, she wants it to be there. It's going a little bit more challenging, and I think she's feeling a little more defeated right now. Like she's having some sadness. That feelings of having some difficulty and some sadness lately have been creeping up for her. She's definitely feeling like not capable, or maybe like you're not interested, or maybe this isn't going to be possible for her. But her desire is to create it. It's just I think she's having the doubt about it being able to be created right now. How she's feeling though about the situation is to come back to her hope for this love. She's hopeful that you'll return if you haven't spoken or you're not together, that there'll be a reunion, and there's going to be a reunion. She's hopeful about that. I say that, there could be this reunion coming up, and she's hopeful for the reunion too. Her masculine feeling like it is possible. It's just not being currently created. It's not currently in the it's not manifested yet, but she wants it to be manifested. Her ideas of the past is not to let go, the death card in reverse, not to let things die, to keep things going, to keep strong, to keep firm, to be loyal and not let things change. She has a hard time letting things change and evolve and going with the flow. So try not to control it. Try not to let it burn you down. Try not to get exhausted. Try not to burn out on it. Trying to have the faith that change is okay. Change is good. Not fearing this change. That's my advice, is not fearing this change. Being able to go with the flow and have some capacity to work with your doubt when you're not feeling like you can do it. And focus on the things that you can do for yourself that make you feel good. So if you don't feel like you're creating magic, right? You don't feel majestic energy changing in the relationship realm, and it feels like you have a lot of doubt, what do you feel like you can master and are good at with change and with yourself? What can you change within yourself right now that you do feel confident about, that, the divine feminine can do? She's trying to tell her masculine she's having a lot of doubt. Like she would like to affirm and know that you're present with her and that you're available and that you are interested. She would like to know that you are having feelings which way about her and that you could be available. But at this time, because she's feeling that way, maybe she needs to not focus so much with the divine masculine in mind, but what can she accomplish for herself, in herself? And then in the future, she'll move towards the Chariot, towards her feelings being in harmony and balance, where she has a victory over her feelings and can feel more in control and move forward with herself. So I feel like she is married. She does want to be married. She does want to be in a relationship and close in a spiritual, loving way. Like not just the union of the body, but the mind, body, spirit connection, be married, like whole. So she's working on being whole. I'm thinking that right now things are at a standstill, so that she has hope that these things can be turned around. Maybe not wanting things to be over, maybe not wanting to create something different or new, but being hopeful that this marriage will come through actually, and that things will just start going forward together. And we'll get a reading on how the masculine's doing, where he's at, what's going on with him. This is my Lover's deck, my Love Tarot deck. guides, my angels, please help us to tune into the masculine energy and see how things are in his world. Thoughts or feelings, guides, helping to determine, and some advice here today so you can come away with something that helps you increase your knowledge, wisdom, energies in some way for the female or the male counterpart. So we have these energies inside, once we become really adept at owning our own energy, our female or male energy, depending. And you could be more male energy inside a female and vice versa. But once we get really balanced in our energy, then we have more to share and offer the other person, and we start to see the healing and feel the healing and actually have a different connection where let's say you're working on your feminine side, for instance, and then you become with your masculine because you're healed, then your feminine can interact with his masculine, and you can actually start to become less alone and more together in your feminine will take on a different energy. So you'll be able to express yourself more holistically, but it'll change. While you're working on healing your own feminine, you don't feel as though you can enact it the same as if you were totally healed and ready to enact it with your masculine energy. So while the masculine, it feels like to me, is working on his masculine energy still, like it's not creating, so she's still scared it's not going to happen. She's in doubt, so she's still working on herself, holding back. I feel like she's ready to go forward. She's hopeful and she wants this marriage, and she knows that, and she's still working on her doubt and her fear about it working, but not being afraid of the change. Nothing needs to change. She doesn't need to do anything different. So let's see, when they come together, how her feminine energy interacts with his masculine. Now, nobody wants to do that prematurely. If the masculine isn't healed, you don't want to be in a relationship that way, where if the masculine's not healed, you see. So the patience, things aren't changing. The patience is about what can you do until then that will help you feel more comfortable and less fearing and doubtful about the connection, so that when you're there together, you feel very calm and confident and aware of your feminine and how that's going to interact with your masculine energy. So I think owning your own masculine and feminine energy first is the only way to really be able to participate. And you can help your masculine out by healing energies, grounding out energies, meditating, clearing your energies daily when you feel the doubt coming in, where you don't feel good about it and you're worried and it won't go forward. So release the doubt, or release the energy, tune into the earth and the breath, and get quiet and find a way to connect spiritually with yourself to rejuvenate. And then that way, the telepathic communication, the sexual dreams, the energy of being together, that way keeps you close while you're still healing, right? And then, the right energy relationship, masculine and feminine energy, will be feeling better. Whether or not your masculine's ready, you'll be feeling clear and not doubting. And then you're not creating things that don't feel good. Then you can focus on the things that are feeling good that you want to create. And that could be anything. Because like when you're full, you're full. If you're painting, yoga, dancing, having friends, you're out there, you're not focused on it, you're not going to be afraid. And then that's kind of when things happen, right? When things come in is when you're not really just sitting there at home in a petri dish trying to grow a relationship. I mean, Okay, so let's focus back on the masculine. That was what I just wanted to gather up for the feminine here, as I was still thinking about her reading. Okay, good. And then I'll take a couple of the same cards coming up here. The Chariot and the High Priest again. We have the Star, which is very similar to the Hope card that she had, just a different presentation. Okay, just a different card, different energy, but very similar meaning actually. Okay, so a couple more cards here for the masculine. It feels like they're very connected, and holiday, like a family event, like waiting for the holidays and the new year. It feels like there's a big shift in changing everything to feel more authentic and grounded and real in this connection, rather than just a fantasy, but really embodying the change, really being this relationship, right, in the real time, imagining the relationship being a real thing for you. He has the Devil in the past position. Yay, turning a corner there, masculine. Good job. Okay, I just need one more card, okay? Okay. So show us the outcome here for the man self, masculine relationship, partner, counterpart. Any advice for him to help him out along his path with his masculine energy to move in closer to harmony with his feminine, with himself and his feminine. Okay, just give me one more card, guys. We'll get to reading. Okay, Spirit, one more card. Having a really hard time getting this last one here. It just doesn't want to come out. There we go. Wow. So it's the Lovers. Okay, so your masculine energy, he currently has the High Priest, just like she has the High Priest, a feeling of wanting marriage to this union, to this lovely relationship, this feminine energy, this masculine energy, wanting to be together in the spiritual realm, in the physical realm, in the mental realm. You know, married spirits, married souls, bonded, intertwined, yoked, going in the same direction together. He's starting to open up. Like, okay, like if you love somebody, you love them. You don't want to be with anyone else. If you're in love with somebody, that's it. You don't need anybody else, right? I mean, you need other people, but you don't need to look for other people. So if they both have High Priest, they're both working on their spirit and union, don't change anything. Just keep doing the focus of that, because that is what you both have right now. The current situation. He desires having all his wishes come true. You know, when you hope upon it, you know, it's like the first star you see tonight. I wish I may, I wish I might have this dream. I wish tonight. Having your dreams come true. It's like you will be together with your feminine, and your masculine and you will get together. Your dreams will come true. Your wishes, and this is the hope, star of hope. You'll get your Christmas present. You'll get your gift. You know, you'll be there. You'll have it. So he has hope too, but he also has the wish fulfillment of it for you. And he really feels like he needs to make a move, and he needs to yoke his emotions and come towards an offer, victory, getting an alignment so that he can make a decision and be present So he's working on doing that, which is really great. That's how he's feeling, is like needing to go forward with you so he doesn't lose you. And maybe that's a process for him of going forward, coming back, going forward, coming back. You know how like when you had to do all that work within yourself and you weren't really sure, you didn't really know if you were ready, but you were going forward on having your wishes come true. You're going forward on working on your spirit. You were going forward on acknowledging things inside of you. You were working forward on doing all of that, right? So you're doing all this work to acknowledge how you felt, that you knew this was a connection. You were doing this thing, even though it seemed like you were crazy and no one understood. You were doing this. This is what he's now feeling himself. And he's coming away from the devil. Like that's in his past. That's what he used to think and feel, was that he didn't even understand, but now he can see that he used to be chained up to a lot of other things that weren't serving his spirit. So he's starting to see things from a spiritual view where he wants to go forward, and he's hopeful to go forward with this marriage of his spirit. Now how things are different in a relationship, where relationship used to be like work he didn't want to do, or too hard to even work on, or not even really a hopeful or approachable or necessarily part of what he was about. So in the past, though, he started to look and put in the past feelings about love being chaining, obsessive, possessive, bondage. You know, this is the card of love, like being in love, but this is the card of love from a bondage. It's like an unhealthy love, right? So seeing people as sexual beings only, like seeing things for the baser, more base, right? So now he has the more loving gestures of love, right? The more freeing kind. There's nothing wrong with being passionately involved. There's nothing wrong with being overbearing in your love to let somebody know how much you really care, right? As long as it doesn't become possessive or chaining or not having freedom, right? So he's done not having freedom. He's done with the past of not feeling free. He's done with not feeling chained up. He's done with that. So he's looking, this love is a new love for him, and he's looking at it in a brand new way, and loving the idea of it being a completely fulfilling love affair for you to start to be carnal, you know, carnal, like in your body, like ravenous, like sexual beings, all that stuff that you dream about, hugging, sex, cuddling, right, sleeping together, all the things you're thinking about doing together, saying together, all the things you would say if you saw each other and you wanted to sit down side by side or face to face or back to back or front to front or whatever you want to do, you know, holding hands, going on a honeymoon, going shopping, out to lunch, I don't know, cup of coffee, all the things you want to say to each other and talk about and share about yourselves and each other and questions you want to ask, and all this like loving lovers, like the union card when you get together, like that's in the future for him. I'm just reading it positively, you know, because sometimes it means making a choice to be with somebody, and it feels to me like he's made the choice to be with you. Or he's making a choice to be with you, to try love, to be loving. So, okay guys, that's all I got for you today. I'm a little, after my day, kind of like tired and fatigued because I was like very, very, very physical. But I want to share with you the bottom card, which is faith. So faith is loyalty, being loyal to each other, not cheating. Like no one's cheating, everyone's being faithful. Faithful to their spirit and faithful, loyal, and trustworthy, having faith in each other, just having faith in this process. So be assured that you can have faith in this process, and he will come back and the reunion will happen because you both have the card of hope. And hope means there'll be a reconciliation and being together and being carnal and love in a spiritual union, which is exactly what we're doing here in the Ascension. So namaste. Please like and subscribe. I will be back doing more now that I've moved my household and I'm more grounded and unpacked and settled. So thank you for your patience. Thanks for joining me. I appreciate you so, so much, giving me the opportunity to read cards for you. Many blessings. May your heart be light this holiday season, and may you create and co-create loving, beautiful outcomes for yourself and your divine union. Bye.